Welcome to another edition of Patrick in Japan.
And me.
Well, I'm sorry. Welcome to another edition of Patrick and Me in Japan.
Me and Patrick and Charlotte in
Oh.
Japan together, equally here together.
You think?
No one's
You think we're equally here?
maybe not en masse, but yes.
There is more of me here. Hmm.
No one ever means that when they say that they're here.
I think people mean that most often.
I'm more emotionally aware. That means I'm more here.
I think that may mean that you are less here. You're more aware of emotions which aren't real. They're in your
They
head.
aren't real. Emotions are real.
Are they?
Yeah.
Show me. Wait, don't show me.
There's so many studies and documents and numbers and data and graphs.
I see here this graph from 6 to 8.
And we know
Emotions.
what chemicals create what emotions,
Oh, so chemicals create emotions.
which make emotions real. If there's something to measure.
Okay, so we're just saying
Anyways.
emotions. Okay, I got you. So emotions aren't emotions; they're emotions.
No one saw the bunny quotes you were doing.
I'm just saying that I'm here more in Japan.
You're not. I was first off the plane. I've been here longer, so I know what I'm talking
There's
about.
more of me touching the ground right now. I'm mostly on the ground.
You're so sexist. I can't handle it.
How is that? Okay, you're right. You're here more.
Thank
Women
you.
are things more. So how's your trip going?
My
Is it a
living trip?
Yeah, how's your living going?
Fine. I
Good.
bought really great pants today.
Today at the new
Apita.
Okaya Lake Walk Apita Mall.
Yeah.
Really just purple, normal, just everyday pants?
Almost, except
Almost.
if you multiplied fabric of normal pants by 5,
And then subtract one MC Hammer from them.
they're 100% cotton.
Hemp.
They're what?
Oh, they're not hemp?
No, they're cotton.
I feel like everything in the store would have been made of hemp.
I know, but they're cotton. They might shrink a little. Not in the areas I would need.
It was like a third planet, but because it's not in America, they just called it America Planet.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
Everything is from Nepal. The models that were modeling it looked real cool.
Instead of those dumb-looking models most pictures have.
Well, they weren't trying to look like, hee hee, here I am looking cute. They were like, what's up? I'm wearing baggy.
I'm a hippie.
I'm a hippie. A dirty Japanese hippie.
Except they're not dirty. It was like the
So
cleanest hippie store.
It's great, though. They're great. They're for meditation and yoga.
And are you doing those right now?
Not right now, but I potentially could whenever I wanted.
You're not
and
ready
these
for
pants
it.
are around.
And you're saying that my t-shirt and boxers aren't meditation ready?
Your boxers have a slit where your wiener could fall out.
It is scientifically made to prevent that from happening.
Really?
Science. I mean,
There's science in them boxers?
there's science in them. It's
Just the
double
layers of
folded.
flaps?
you
They're
wouldn't
not
understand.
even flaps. Flaps are like what you put a car through at a car wash. they're just folds of fabric.
Those are actually no, it's identical to that. It's how we wash. Every time you take it in and out to pee, it's just like a fresh cleaning. It's pretty perfect, actually.
Someone's always there to buff your tires.
What?
Car wash.
I thought we were talking about a trip to... Oh, yeah, shut the window. Oh, now we can hear. So, Japan?
Here we are, still here. We're doing it. We're
Still
surviving.
here.
We can speak a little bit of Japanese.
Skoshi hanashimasu.
Hi.
Hi.
Well,
It's your convenience store. Hi.
we've made great friends with the Family Mart manager across the street.
Family Mart is a convenience store.
Yeah.
Just like 7-Eleven.
We told him we got engaged, and he said,
We'll just blow any type of story we have leading up to that.
our engagement story is on Facebook. Everyone knows this.
All right. Well, we'll just pretend later during the podcast that we tell the story of it.
Okay. And then he showed us a picture of his baby that he just had.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't going to show us unless we told him something. He was holding out.
He might have. He might have showed us.
Maybe we are pretty close.
We're real tight.
Yeah. He's about like 45 though, something.
He's older.
Yeah, newborn.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guy.
Forget his name.
I don't know his name.
He's showed it to us once.
It's in Japanese.
And broke it down for us.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Now here's my name. I'm gonna tell you too.
Sit right down. I'm gonna explain my name.
He's an excellent singer too. So let's go back about 3 weeks. That's Wayne. Is that Wayne's World?
Yes.
3 weeks ago, we had our longest break of the summer. It's called Golden Week.
Golden Week.
But in conjunction, Golden Week is actually longer than a week for Japanese students. It's like 2
their
weeks.
summer vacation.
Yeah, it's their summer vacation. But our break was much shorter, and actually over the holiday of Obon.
Obon Week. It was 7 days.
7 days.
A student of mine actually said that the summer break they get in Nagano is the shortest summer break students get around the year.
I heard that too.
Around the world, I mean.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This province has, God, these kids have no life.
So much school. I was
Children.
like, yeah, we get 3 months in America.
They just cried and they fainted and then cried.
Yeah.
They didn't even know they were crying. They just fainted and cried about how sad they were. Just tears streaming down their cheeks as they laid unconscious on the floor. But for our break, we took advantage of it and we took a road trip.
Oh, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So far.
So far.
How far? Should we say? Should we tell people how far?
Yeah. It was about 16 and a half hours.
16 hours.
It was a drive.
So far.
And we didn't like finish the week and go to sleep and pack and wake up, refresh and start this adventure. We worked a full Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Worked our normal schedule, got home, packed for about 45 minutes.
Yes, we did.
And headed right out.
Immediately out. We left at like 11 o'clock, almost exactly at 11 o'clock.
It was crazy.
It was.
We planned on maybe sleeping in the car halfway through, just in a park somewhere at a convenience store, just to rest. But
thank God we didn't.
Thank God we didn't.
We would have missed the boat.
Yeah.
So we had to get from Okaya, Japan to Kagoshima, Kagoshima Prefecture, Kagoshima on the southern large island of Kyushu by 5 o'clock the next day.
Yeah. 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock?
I think we had to be there by 5. The boat, I don't know. Yeah, but we in our heads, it was like, got to be there by 5, boat leaves.
Yeah.
So we want to get there a little early, buy tickets.
Yeah.
But we did it, but
God.
I didn't even pay attention. It was the first ever day. It was a new Japanese holiday. The day we decided to drive was a new Japanese holiday called Mountain Day.
Yeah.
Like Yamani or Yamashi. Yama's mountain. And it was stupid busy.
Like traffic jams at 1 a.m.
Yeah. The night was better. And we drove over straight from 11 o'clock to, when did we get there? 4 o'clock?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Straight through. Monster energy drink.
So much caffeine.
Buzzing. Yeah, just stupid.
Eating they had real cool vending machines. Like whenever they have these huge rest stop areas with like 3 bathrooms, vending machines next to a gas station. But the vending machines, you could put money in and it would pop out like cooked noodles.
Yeah, hot food.
It was cool.
Do you want 2 hot dogs?
Sure.
And the picture looked giant, but when they come out are Vienna sausages
Tiny
on
things.
rolls. But the rest stops were the busiest rest stops I've ever seen. They actually had traffic attendants guiding people in and out of the rest stops because they were so busy.
Yes.
They were themselves a tourist attraction. I think
Yeah.
people that day got on the highway to go to rest stops to get souvenirs to take back home. It was stupid.
And the parking lots are massive.
Huge parking lots. They know. I don't know. I've never realized that parking spots or that rest stops were cool. They're always just somewhere to avoid gays and get a drink and pee.
What?
What was that that movie where he gets caught at the rest stop? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Wayne's World?
No.
He's at a rest stop and he doesn't even know where he's at, and suddenly the cops show up and all the lights come up and all these dudes pop up out of the bushes and run off, and he's like, "What's going on?" He was just peeing in the bushes or something.
That's weird.
And he gets arrested. What movie is that?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Kinda. I thought I did. Maybe I don't now.
If anyone knows what movie that is, please call and tell me. I'd like to watch it again. I remember it being funny.
Thanks so much.
Text me, let me know.
Actually, this whole podcast is just to get to this point.
Yeah, please just let me know about that movie. Thanks. Have a good day, everybody. Have fun time.
Back to the trip.
Back to the trip. That was pretty straightforward and boring though. I mean, it was just a straight drive
In
overnight.
the dark.
Yeah, from 11 at night to 4 the next day.
We got there at 4:30.
4:30.
Got tickets. Went across the street to the Family Mart, the convenience store, to get maybe a couple of beers to like calm down and some food to eat on the boat. Because we thought we were gonna be like, great, we'll get on the boat. We haven't slept in 24 hours. Longer than that. Let's just crash.
Talk about the boat. This was part of the reason too, because I'd done this in 2012 and I really wanted you to get to do it too. It's a 11 hour boat ride. It's overnight. You leave at like 6 and you arrive at the island of Yakushima at 7 in the morning.
Right.
So as you're cruising up to this crazy Jurassic Park green subtropical island,
Yeah.
the sun is coming up. It's gorgeous and it's just a really cool experience. So we did that hoping to have that. And actually that turned out great.
We did.
But
we didn't sleep.
couldn't sleep. God.
We got whiskey, we had some beers, and we had some heavy food. We went out to look. We watched the boat take off, watched it get dark,
And tried to lay down.
shared some whiskey, tried to lay down. Just
Couldn't do it. It was just too. I'd missed my sleep from the day before.
Yeah.
I couldn't shut. Like it was just
all
it was
that
too
monster
much.
running through our veins. And it just felt weird. You're just on a floor. It's just a carpeted floor. And there's these big rooms sectioned into like kind of quarters with like, there's like a T-shaped walk path going through.
Yeah, because you can't have your shoes on anywhere that people are laying down in Japan. So you have to take your shoes off, put your shoes on. It's fine. It's a big boat, but it alternates between like hot and then okay because the air conditioning was weird.
Yeah.
It's fine. Had we been rested, it'd have been no big deal. Get a little
Oh, yeah, it
sleep.
would have been great.
But you made friends with that Italian lady who was so noisy.
I hated that. I didn't hate her. She's just an.
Was it
You've
just
been
'cause
in
she
a
was
car for.
Italian, Charlie?
You've been in a car for how long?
16 hours?
16 hours. You haven't slept. You're shaky from caffeine. All you're thinking about is sleeping. And this Italian woman is just like, "Oh, what's your name? Hi. Oh boy, I don't know what's going on. Oh, my keys. This adventure." Blah. No one asked any questions. She just started talking.
That bitch.
No. But then, fine, you're annoying, I don't like your personality, but what really tipped it off was when everyone was clearly sleeping, the TVs had turned off, clue 1. Clue 2, no one else is talking. And then her and that French dude just gabbing, eating noodles, sitting up, talking, laughing as loud as they want. Impolite.
Yeah, no. But it doesn't bother Japanese people. They were
I
just
think it did, they just didn't say anything.
well, they didn't ever let it know. Or you couldn't tell.
And
But
then
yeah,
she
that was
got off the
annoying.
boat with us. And then she stayed in the same hostel with us.
But we never really saw her
That
after
was
that.
nice. I was really afraid we were going to have to see her again.
The hostel was really nice. If anyone goes to Yakushima, I suggest this hostel. It's
Youth
right.
hostel.
It's a youth hostel, but I mean, anyone could stay there. You don't have to be a youth,
Nope.
but you can actually see it from where the boat docks. It's a short little walk around the little bay. It's not a bay. It's just a little cove, but it's man-made. Just around where boats park. What is where boats around the dock? I guess.
Yeah.
And then And then by the pachinko place, and at school, there's a pretty nice little restaurant bar
Real cool
right next
restaurant.
to it.
Went there a few times.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, great hostel.
Yeah.
Really nice people. They speak English. The rooms
Have air conditioning.
have air conditioning and are super clean.
I just wish they would have let us stay there.
So, 16-hour drive through the night. Great. On a boat, didn't sleep for 12 more hours. Fine. Let's get off. Let's get to the hostel. We'll put our bags down. We will nap. We get there at 7 a.m. First of all, Patrick made the reservations like, we'll check in at 8 a.m. Okay, great. We just need to wait till 8. Fine. We walk up. It's hot. This island is so hot. It's already getting warm, and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. She opens up like the little door above the desk to say that they're open, and we're standing there like, hi, we'd like to check in. Okay, fine, you can check in, but you can't get into your room until 3.
3 o'clock.
Kill us. We were so tired. What?
3 o'clock. Yeah, that was rough.
That was rough.
But they had a spot for the bags.
Got to put the suitcase down.
I didn't even know what to do. We walked and got some breakfast, just trying to waste time,
Yeah,
which was pretty good.
loved the breakfast.
Just eggs, rice, and toast.
So good.
And then the beach.
Yeah, we thought we'd go to a beach, which was nice, but it was just kind of like small, and the sand was about 400 degrees.
You couldn't be barefoot on the sand. The water was really pretty.
Real pretty.
Swimming was, but I
Blue.
I wanted to lay face down in the water and like go to bed. I tried. I dug that hole thinking it may be cooler under the sand, so I dug a hole and rented like this. You can rent these little grass mats to lay on the sand. So I dug a hole, got in the hole, and covered myself with the grass mat, thinking it might cool sand, some shade. It was just like baking a potato on coals. It was so hot.
That was so hot.
That was bad. Even the few minutes I was in the water, I got a sunburn for the
Yeah,
next week.
you sure did.
But I did after that go up. You can go up off the beach to this little covered area, like where the lifeguards sit, and they have some little shacks selling things. And I just laid on the concrete and took like a 10-minute nap.
That was good.
That helped, just 10 minutes,
I couldn't sleep.
until that family reunion showed up and made a circle around me.
They just gathered right around Patrick with a huge cooler and started eating.
These kids running by like sand kick anyway.
Yeah.
But
Then we
that was-
got up and went and had a cup of crushed ice with syrup on
That was
it.
so good.
That was good.
It was just like a snow cone, a big snow cone.
Yeah. And then we took the bus back.
Was it already 3 then?
No, it was like 1. So we took the bus back and got lunch.
That's right. We ate at the bar nearby.
Had curry.
Went over there at 3 o'clock. They let us in the room, and I fell asleep till
7?
7. But then our roommates show up, 2 like Dutch guys, maybe in their 18, 19.
Yeah.
And we're kind of talking to them, and they're like, and we're telling when they had to come. They're like, oh, we came in at like 11.
What now?
Yeah, remember that was so frustrating.
Yeah.
But so show up. They clean every day from a certain time to a certain time. But we should have just, had I not been so tired, I would have just been more annoying until she said, okay, go ahead.
I don't think.
She would have. I could have just like sat there in the lobby on my suitcase, like just in the way until she was like,
Fine,
just
go.
cleaned our room for,
Yeah.
But
Once we napped, it was fine.
Oh, that was great.
Then we went to the hippie restaurant.
Yeah.
Patrick had been there before under a different owner.
Mm-hmm. Drew, you remember that place, the bar by the river that went into the ocean that we ate at near the bank? If you remember it, they had like the records and stuff. It was cool. I thought it was the same people, but a Japanese lady waited on us, and we embarrassed ourselves trying to speak Japanese in broken English because she spoke perfect English from living on the East Coast.
She lived in America for like her whole youth.
Yeah. And I guess that's where she learned her hippie ways, because she was very happy to let us know that she bathes in the rivers every morning. And
yeah, super hippie.
Yeah.
Had just started working at this restaurant. yesterday when we were there.
They're like, oh, what are your hours?
Yeah. Oh, I come in when I want and I leave when I want and huh?
Yeah, what? Oh, nice job. I'm pretty sure her boyfriend or husband or whatever was Yakuza, though. He had
Absolutely.
tattoos all the way down his arm.
Absolutely. They were so nice though.
Oh, super nice.
We ate the flying fish that we saw on the river on the boat.
Oh, yeah, on the boat, you see flying fish as you come in. Gorgeous, amazing little silver darts with wings. It's so cool. That's my favorite part.
Then we ate them.
Then we ate their bones.
They're full of bones.
Everything's full of bones, except for invertebrates.
They had so many bones.
Invertebrates have bones. What? Well, if you know the answer to whether invertebrates have bones or not, give us a call. It's one of those. Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, they were tasty.
Kind of salty, and it was just steamed.
Yeah, just salt.
The owner she told us, the owner of the restaurant who just bought it who was also the chef, was a cook on a flying fish fishing boat.
Yeah.
So that's what he was good at cooking.
Yep.
It was tasty. She recommended some river bathing and swimming for us.
Yes. And what fish we could eat if we wanted to.
And what fish could eat us. Those tiny little shrimp
tiny
that
little
can nibble
fish.
on your skin. Nice night. Went back. Super nice to get a full night's sleep.
Oh, that was nice.
So great.
Yeah, sure did. The Dutch guys left early that morning while we were still sleeping.
I barely heard them leave.
Yeah. They were nice enough. We got up, got showered, and the next day we went fishing.
Fishing for so long.
So long.
And tell them about all the awesome fish we caught.
Oh, yeah, we didn't catch anything.
We didn't catch any fish.
Not a fish. Nothing. The fish would swim around and eat all of our bait.
The little chum we dumped in the water.
Yeah, they have this little metal basket that you put chum in that sits above your line, your lure, your real lures that have shrimp on them. And it spreads the guts out into this cloud and attracts the fish. But
cool idea.
Great idea. But the fish would just come in swarms to eat it. And
they didn't care at all about those shrimp. Not at all.
And there's 3 of them. There's 3 hooks and a line.
Tiny little shrimp. But we got to see some cool fish.
Got to see real cool fish.
Walked out to the end of this. Actually, it was quite a walk just to the pier.
Yeah.
And then walked all the way out on the end of this pier.
Where the Japanese...
the Coast Guard
boat. The Japanese Coast Guard.
Well, that was like halfway up the pier. And then we walked the rest. We used a ladder to climb this like 20-foot embankment, and then pulled the ladder up to climb higher again, and then used the ladder 2 more times to lower ourselves down on the other side.
Yeah, but where that was, there was no breeze.
No breeze, just super hot,
so hot.
White concrete.
Yeah.
And it was pretty, but we walked out to the end, and at the end it was gorgeous. There was a school of like tens of thousands of these little green fish.
It was so neat.
So pretty. And underneath the little green fish it looked like blue barracudas.
Huge, shiny blue barracudas.
There's some big blue, long, slender fish.
It was cool.
It was amazing. And I think our chum even attracted over a couple
sea turtles!
Sea turtles!
The water was so blue, and then there were sea turtles.
That was cool.
That was so cool.
The island is one of the nesting spots for the sea turtles.
They were just swimming in the water. That was so neat.
They were cute. Dumb-looking things, though.
Yeah.
Just swimming up, trying to... They would have eaten the shrimp if we'd left our hooks near them.
I don't want to catch a sea turtle.
I don't either, but they would have.
Yeah. Should have just fed them the shrimp.
We should have just thrown all the shrimp in there. The shrimp.
Oh.
But that was nice. Way too hot. Way too hot.
Didn't catch anything. That's okay.
We walked back, dropped off the rented fishing pole and everything.
The chum bucket.
The chum bucket. Then we tried. It was so hot, Charlotte was starting to get faint with vapors. And we bought an unlimited bus pass, so we were just going to walk back and then try and find one of those rivers to swim in. But the bus came by and it's air conditioned, so we just got on the first bus going the wrong way.
And the Japanese people are so like,
oh, we couldn't handle that. He was like, "Where do you want to go?"
We don't care.
Just that way with air conditioning.
Huh?
What? Where do you want to go?
Just anywhere, it doesn't matter.
Here's unlimited bus ride. Just go.
Let us on the bus. Finally, this lady that could translate was like, you don't care. And we're like, no, we just want to get on. And she like had to explain that to the guy in Japanese, and he was like,
He clearly
okay.
wasn't great with it.
Wasn't a fan.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of us just riding the bus. But we made it. We rode around the island for a ways.
To eat the tropical food of Moss Burger.
McDonald's of Japan.
So good. That was the best burger ever. I was so hungry.
It was tasty. I'm pretty sure that was the exact same Moss Burger Drew and I ate at when we come back from hiking up to that Jomonsugi tree.
That's funny.
I know, it didn't even mean to go there.
Yeah.
But then we tried to walk up. It dropped us off right by a river, and we tried to walk up the river, but the path ended before it got to fresh water. It was still salt water, and there were crabs around. So I got in the water a bit.
A bit.
I got lit and got in the water a bit. And
Stood there for a little while.
yeah, it was all right. I was tired. It was hot.
Yeah.
We should have brought a car. If we ever go back, if anybody ever goes, take a car because the buses stopped running way too early.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see the sunset on the water, but there was no bus to bring us back if we had gone.
Yeah, like go to the beach and watch the sunset
Yeah.
and drive around. So
But that was fun that night. We went back. We were hot. We were tired again, but we got back and we had a new roommate in our, what do you call those?
I call he was a French gamer.
No, not him.
Oh.
Our rooms.
We just call it this like a dorm room almost, right?
Yeah. Anyways,
4 bunks.
we had a French guy from Paris. He had just graduated from law school, just a skinny little guy on his own little journey through Japan. He ended up being really nice, and then there was a British girl sitting outside with a guy from Germany.
Well, the dude from Germany also had grown up in Overland Park, Kansas.
Yeah, no accent at all, but
None.
was from Germany. So we hung out with them for the rest of the night. French dude, me, Patrick, British lady, and a German guy.
Kansan. We went over back over to the same restaurant bar we drank at. Drank too much, probably.
Yeah.
Way too much. And then
Blueberry highballs.
Blueberry highball.
That's why.
Whiskey and blueberry syrup
It was
and
so
soda.
good. Could have drank that all night, and I did. Actually, I did.
We did drink quite a few of those. We did.
Then went back for sake, and there was a Spanish man.
What?
We went back to the hostel. Remember we went to the back room, and there was like a Spanish guy?
No, I think there was just another French guy.
He was French?
There was another French guy.
Yeah, I gave up. I went to bed. That was too much culture going around that room.
They were both real nice. But we went to bed because we had to catch the morning, was it 8 a.m. boat?
Yeah.
Woke up, hungover, thought, okay, now that I'm rested, well, not rested, but now that I'm feeling more normal, I'll sleep on the boat. I still couldn't sleep on the boat on the way back. But it's shorter. It's only 6 hours because you go straight there.
Yeah.
Nice trip back, but we got on the boat, rode it, got off the boat. It was so nice to be back in the car.
Oh, yeah.
For some
we were
reason, I
so
don't know.
dirty, too.
Yeah. And then we went. And we left
Just
went.
went.
Kagoshima. So we now had 4 days, right?
Yeah.
4 days to get back home to Okaya.
Yeah, we went straight there for the first day, and on the way back, we were going to break that road trip up into some mini stops.
Some mini.
What was our first stop?
Our first stop, we were gonna try and get to Hiroshima the first day, but that's like 8 hours, or because traffic was so bad still during the day. We didn't even make it to Fukuoka, which is the city in the northern part of the island of Kyushu, just before you cross over into the main island of Honshu. Honshu? Honshu.
Honshu.
But the hotels were too expensive and too crowded, so we actually
That's
stayed
right.
in the neighboring bedroom community of Kurume.
Kurume.
Awesome little place.
Yeah, it was cute.
Little river walk, a covered shopping
That's
area.
right. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
It's just hard to decide where to eat when you're. There's
It all
restaurants
looks the
everywhere, and they're all the same. So
It's
you're,
all tiny bits of meat and vegetables on sticks.
yeah, so you're just kind of trying to find like the least crowded and maybe the cheaper option. Where we went though was okay.
It was fine.
You were tired.
I was so tired. But it was still nice. Walked around, did that. got up the next morning,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to. Okay, so that day we decided not to stay in Hiroshima. We decided to drive to Hiroshima, see how awful we were 60 years ago,
Yeah.
and then drive on to Kyoto and spend 2 days in Kyoto.
Yeah. So we went to Hiroshima, went to the museum.
What a nightmare.
So crowded, it was awful.
The true disaster of Hiroshima is the layout of that museum.
Oh my God.
It's a big, narrow hallway.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it being like that, and I was surprised.
It was packed. You couldn't walk unless you moved with the crowd. We were
Shoulder
just
to
a herd.
shoulder. And guess what was there also?
Pushy Europeans.
Another Italian lady.
Stop it,
She was
guys.
actually like pushing and complaining. She's like trying to see like, oh, and here we have the burnt dress of some little Japanese girl
Seriously.
from here, and she's like pushing and complaining and like I can't read, I can't in Italian, and it just sounds worse.
Good gracious.
It's like, shut up, go away.
This is not the place to be pushing
Yeah,
people.
this isn't. Yeah, that was pretty.
You
That's pretty
awful
bad.
woman.
Couldn't really enjoy the museum actually.
It was tough. You couldn't get close enough to read, and if you did, then you were kind of stuck in that little crowd. It was good to see, though. They had a lot of like remains of buildings and clothes, and then all the stories of like who they belonged to and what happened. And they'd like, here's a girl's uniform that she was wearing. She died the next day, and I don't know. It was just weird to see.
Yeah, and they showed all like the things that were fused together by heat.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
There was like a milk carton, but full of like little bottles of like they were like glass bottles of milk, right? Dropped like a crate that held like 25 glass.
Yeah, like glass milk bottles.
But
that had been,
after
yeah.
the blast, it fused them all together into this weird glass
Yeah.
sculpture
That
thing.
was weird. I thought the weirdest thing was though you hear about like nuclear disaster. It's a wasteland. No one can live there. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever stopped living there.
Yeah.
Like they just rebuilt. Like, oh, the fires are going out. Let's gather stuff up and build the houses again.
If you didn't know about the bomb, it looks like a completely normal town. The only thing that's like kind of like sticks out is of course the memorial and the museum, but then that building that is still standing.
Oh, the bombed out city building. Or
Yeah.
They call it the Hiroshima Dome.
I guess the bomb dropped over it, and
It's like 200 meters directly above that building. Like directly above it. That's why it didn't get like knocked down, because it was pushed straight down
Yeah.
instead of blown sideways.
it's still there.
That's cool.
That's neat to see.
You can see my picture where Psyduck is desecrating the Hiroshima Dome
Great.
from Pokemon Go. Interesting fact, Niantic, the company that makes Pokemon Go, had actually said that they would remove all Pokemon from the Hiroshima site
Really?
days before I caught Psyduck at the
Really?
site. So yeah, Niantic, what are you doing?
Also, Patrick, why are you Pokemon Go at a atomic bomb site?
There's only so much you can look at.
Hey.
It was good
It was
though.
good to see. Yeah.
But then we hopped in the car. Well, we had some lunch, some sandwiches. Hopped in the car and drove to Kyoto, which took forever.
Again, so much traffic. People love traffic.
It was stupid. I remember one time we were stopped in traffic for about an hour, and we finally get up to the site of the blockage.
Oh, right.
The horrible accident. Was it 2 cars?
Yeah.
In a fender
It was a
bender,
fender bender.
and one cop on the side of the road. They weren't even in the lane of traffic. They were on the shoulder.
Rubbernecking so hard.
Even the other side was blocked from people stopping and looking at this fender. They couldn't deal with it. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't
It was so, yeah.
fathom that.
Once you were past the quote unquote wreck,
It wasn't. I mean,
traffic just broke up.
immediately just empty. It
It
was
was so
fine.
frustrating.
But we got into Kyoto. Kyoto was nice. Did we do anything the first night in Kyoto?
We went to go eat Mexican food.
Oh, that was the first night when it rained so hard.
Yeah. Oh, we got rained on bad.
Super rained. That was cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. No, that wasn't the. That was the second night.
Oh, sorry.
Because I'd bought my djembe, my traditional Japanese clothing.
Oh, we got there during the day and we went to go see Monkey Mountain.
That was the next day.
Jesus.
I don't know if we did anything.
I don't
Well,
know.
you probably got drunk and forgot.
Excuse me.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't know. We were probably really tired. I think we
Again.
got in pretty late, but the next day is when we actually did things.
Yeah.
We went to four things. We went to Monkey Mountain, which is a mountain
Of monkeys.
of monkeys that you climb, and you can look at monkeys and
You
feed
climb
them.
the monkey carcasses and
You climb. It's a pile of monkeys.
it's a bone. It's a bone grave. Grave bone? What am I saying?
I don't know. Graveyard?
Yeah, but what's that thing in Lion King where like
Oh, the elephant graveyard.
oh sorry. Monkey graveyard.
Monkey graveyard.
And sorry.
All monkeys go to the same place to die.
Ugh. What if all mammals did that? That'd be
There'd be
really
this
cool.
huge pile of bones somewhere.
Yeah, but like then it'd be a tourist attraction. This is where the cats all come to die.
But if it was all mammals going there to die, you would constantly see things dying.
Yeah.
That'd be not a very
Isn't
good
it weird
tourist
that you don't see
attraction.
birds dying, falling from the sky?
Yeah, I've seen some hit windows before.
Yeah, but I think it's
They hide. They go into the bushes and they die.
I love that. That's
Hey,
so
listen, if you're gonna
nice.
die, kind of just do it somewhere else.
I mean, isn't it funny? Like we're the only kind that maybe that we have heart attacks and just kind of die on the spot. Birds are like, okay, I'm not gonna go fly around today. I'm not feeling so good. I'm gonna go crawl into this bush and quietly close my little bird eyes.
That's true. I've never seen a bird just
Die.
I don't. But I don't know if I watch animals that much. I feel like if you constantly watched a flock of birds, you would eventually see one just heart attack or stroke out.
I don't think so. I just don't think he'd take off with his friends that day. If he was like, this is it.
I feel a stroke. They can tell if earthquakes are coming. They can tell if they're about to have a stroke.
I know, they stay home.
They stay home that day and don't bother their friends with dying.
I love that. It's so nice.
Well, anyway, it was a mountain
Yeah.
that on top had monkeys, and you could feed them. You fed them peanuts.
They were so greedy. You could buy a bag of peanuts or you could buy a bag of apples. But when we got there, there was a sign that said, the monkeys have had enough apples. You can't buy any more bags of apples. So you would give a monkey a peanut. It would take it and toss it behind its shoulder because it wants apples.
And then
Greedy things.
they knew that other people had apples. These other people had bags
I
of
know,
apples.
and they got all the monkey attention. Mine literally took mine from my hand, looked at it, and tossed it over its shoulder. But it was neat to feel their little monkey hands touch your hands.
I bet he saw it too. Like he knew it's like, oh, that lady's got a peanut. Let me get this peanut and then toss it.
Jerk.
They could see. He didn't have to grab it to know it was a
No, he
peanut.
didn't.
He just wanted to tell you how awful your
jerk.
peanut was.
Real neat to see, though.
It was fun. Then we walked down. It's not a bad mountain climb. It's really easy, actually.
Yeah.
Then we climbed down and we walked through, and it's real traditional. This like everybody's got on their not togas, kimonos. They have on their yogas and their kimonos and their Japanese men things, men kimonos.
Yeah.
And we walked to the bamboo forest.
That was neat.
That was really neat. It's just a big forest of
Straight trees.
straight bamboo. It's grass.
What?
Bamboo's grass.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, for real. Totally. Just super tall, thick old, strong ass grass.
Real cool.
Rained a little bit, which was actually kind of nice.
It was fine. That rain was fine.
But we had to book it because it was starting to get dark, and I still wanted to go see Fushimi. Fushimi something. But if you say Fushimi, people know. It's like this temple or area with hundreds of red Buddhist or red gates. It was I thought
Hundreds. That
hundreds
was
and
real
hundreds and
cool.
hundreds.
You go one way and it's red. They're like little archways
Heading up the side of the mountain.
heading up a mountain. And then when you come back down, you see on the other side, all the archways have kanji?
Yeah, there's Japanese writing.
Japanese writing on the sides going up and down. That was really cool. And the sun was going down and the lanterns were lit. It was pretty. Kept going and going and going.
We stopped. Rainstorm was coming, so we had to get back to the hotel.
That's when we went to go get Mexican food.
Mexican food.
It rained so hard, and I can't read maps, and Google was no help, so we walked much further.
We walked like an extra mile.
Yeah, and the rain was just like unrelenting.
But we got there and the food was really good.
So good. They had burritos and they had margaritas.
Hell yeah, I had a margarita and a burrito.
You sure did. And
Yeah,
the lady there
enchiladas.
spoke English.
Yeah, I think one of the dudes too was.
Yeah.
She was straight up white.
Yeah, she was
She was
European, I think.
Well, I don't know, something, but she spoke English. And we ordered and then walked our ass back a mile. The rain had stopped, hadn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Walked around the castle, one of the largest Kyoto Tower, Kyoto Castle, which we tried to go see that morning, but was completely closed for reconstruction or construction.
Yeah.
Lame. Super lame. Next day was the time we had to go back, though. Head on back to Okaya.
Yeah.
It was a nice drive. We stopped, though, in Seki.
Patrick got a
City
knife.
in Gifu. Seki City, for the last 800 years, has been renowned for its steel making. It is one of the traditional cities used to make samurai swords for. A samurai.
Yeah, and they had a museum, and they still had like super old samurai swords to look at.
Oh yeah, and they still make new ones every year. They make like 3 or 4 new ones, the traditional way.
Yeah, that was cool.
And the gift shop was sweet.
Yeah.
So cool. Like the knives that you see online and stuff for like so much, like Japanese folded blade steel. I don't know, but I bought a Hattori Japanese kitchen knife. It literally is a Hattori. His name is Hattori, the guy who makes it.
That's cool. And he lived there.
He lives in Seki. There's like this Damascus carbon steel 64 layer kitchen knife.
It's neat. It looks cool. Will you use it?
I don't know if I'll ever even touch it.
Oh, you've got to use it.
I'll cut something with it. I feel like I'm going to ruin it here. It's so humid. I feel like if I take it out of its little package, it's going to get rusty. It won't. I don't know. I'm nervous with it. It's so nice. I don't even want to touch it.
Frame it.
Oh, that'd be so cool. No, I'll use it. We'll get back home and I'll cut things with it.
Okay.
I promise. But that was fun. And then just drive on back into
Okaya.
And that was our trip.
Yeah.
It was good. A lot of driving.
I'm
glad we did it. I don't think I would do it again.
Yeah, it was good to see. A good way to see Japan is just to drive through it.
Yeah. A lot of it. And it does change. The scenery changes a little bit. The mountains get less.
Yeah.
A little more hilly.
Nagano's pretty great, though, where we live.
It is.
The temperature dropped a whole lot by the time we got home. Yakushima was so hot.
So hot.
Couldn't handle it.
But it was wonderful. And then having to go straight back to work after that whole week.
Yeah.
That was a little rough. But luckily we had a relaxing weekend planned for our next couple days off.
Yeah.
Just the most relaxing. What did we do next weekend?
The top of Japan's highest mountain, Fuji-san.
Mount Fuji, which was cool. Totally thought that typhoon wasn't gonna get there that soon.
We kept checking the weather over and over and over, and it said that it was just gonna rain a tiny bit, but mostly sunshine.
Clear weather, kind of strong winds, but maybe 1/10 of an inch of rain.
Oh my heavens!
1/10 of an inch of rain every 10 minutes, more like.
Yeah.
It rained
nonstop. Nonstop.
Yeah.
So I've never been that soaking wet.
No, go on.
I've never been that soaking wet.
Oh yeah.
My socks.
Socks. Tell me about your socks.
So wet. My shoes are so wet. My pants were so wet. My underwear was wet. My shirt was wet. My bra was wet. My jacket was wet.
My wet was wet.
My wet was wet.
Oh my wet.
Oh my wet.
And cold and windy.
So cold.
At least we decided to climb during the day.
We didn't. The dead of night. The dead of night.
Overnight. 8:40 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Just in the worst.
Whew.
We might put a little clip in here. At one point, at the 9th station, there are 10 stations from the base, what do they call it? Oh, from the trailhead of Mount Fuji, there are 10 stations. There's 1 through 10, but there's an 8.5 at one point. but most people start at Station 5. So we started at Station 5, hiked up past Station 8.5, and we're like, you know what, too cold, too tired, we're just going to stop, warm up, dry off, and then we'll hike the next 45 minutes tomorrow morning just before sunrise so we can see sunrise. Station 9, however, ended up actually just being a wooden box.
It was a cubby hole.
It was a cubby hole.
Not even a roof.
No.
A couple slats of wood nailed together.
And still gaps large enough that you could see the pretty stars.
It was rough.
But we did, for a moment, we recorded a bit of a podcast, so we'll include that somewhere in here. Maybe right
here. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was horrible. But it was fun. That was cold. And we still had, 30, 40 minutes left of climbing from there to the top before we could
so we
actually stop.
Just
buckled
put
down.
our heads down, and actually almost about 30 minutes away from the top, my headlamp went out. And we had bought these gloves. We ate a cup of noodles and got some chai tea at one of the stations below when we thought maybe the rain would stop and we'd wait it out. But once we saw that the rain was never going to stop, we left that place. But while we were there, they had these things called waterproof gloves. Our hands were so cold that we were like, yes, let's get some, fine. They included a pair of white working gloves that cotton knit, cheaply
gardening
knitted
gloves.
gardening gloves that you see all construction Japanese men or women gardeners or whatever wearing. And then to make them waterproof, they put blue latex surgical gloves on top. Fine, we'll take a pair.
I'm super glad we got them.
And they were great for a little bit. I took them off to go to the bathroom, and when I put them on, they never got dry again.
Oh, yeah.
But, so my headlamp went out. We're so close to the top. Our hands are too numb and too wet. We don't want to finagle.
I couldn't have done it. I'd changed the batteries once, and then it burnt the batteries fast. I'm glad we brought extra batteries, but I couldn't. If we tried to take the batteries out of your headlamp,
we were shaking so bad they would have just dropped.
Yeah.
So what our tactic to get to the top was Patrick would hold still and shine his light on the path. I would walk. He would say when to stop, and then he would follow and catch up with me, and then we'd do it all again.
Yeah, inchworming the last 30 minutes.
It was
up the mountain.
That wind, that rain isn't coming down; it's coming at you sideways, and it's so cold. It feels like tiny bits of hail, but it's still water.
You did stop and ask me if it was hail, didn't you?
It was hitting my face so hard.
And you had, you had purchased rain gear that was a pair of pants and a jacket with a hood.
Yeah.
I had, at the bottom, chosen to purchase a poncho, which doesn't work in wind.
No.
And it just turned into this horrible white sheet blowing in my face and not keeping me dry. My pants, I had shorts on, I don't know why. My shorts were soaked in the first 10 minutes. And then at that same station that we bought the gloves, I bought the same thing that you bought, the plastic pants and jacket. But being not Japanese, and
ripped right through those pants. Bent his legs a couple times and just ripped that inside seam. So when the wind blew, his ballooned out
it's like parachute pants, like your purple pants.
Like my new purple pants.
Except super cold and rainy. So the entire way up, basically hiking up with wind-catching rain pants and soaked shorts.
So
that was rough.
We finally got to the top. And by the way, all the men manning these stations are jerks.
The rudest.
They're not nice.
Assholes.
They're not patient. I know they're cold too, and
they're not cold. They're inside around fires.
I don't know what their problem was then. Just dealing with maybe just jerks that pass through and they're tired. I don't know.
We bought the walking sticks. At one station, we tried to get stamps, and it's pouring rain outside. Wind so hard that it's like blowing the rain sideways, and nothing covered outside on the side of this volcanic mountain. And I step inside and I'm like, we'd like to pay you $4 each for you just to burn this little wood stamp onto our walking sticks. And the guy's like, oh, okay, sure. Next window, please. Makes us go back outside, walk like 10 feet to the left. And then I'm standing there and it doesn't open. So I knock and then he opens it and it's him. The same guy.
Let me get the manager. Different hat.
And then I'm like, it doesn't even know what we want. I have to tell him again. I'd like to buy 2 wood. What? Just here's the money. He's like, okay, it's going to be 5 minutes.
Please wait outside.
Please wait outside.
I'm sorry. Huh?
Yeah. I was like, you want me to wait outside in the rain? It's raining. You see it's raining? You want me to wait outside while I pay you? Can I stand in the doorway?
No.
Like we were, no, sleeping guests only. Well, I'm not going to stand out in the rain for 5 minutes.
Good day, sir.
I didn't do it. That was stupid. Very rude. Wouldn't even let you. Like all the signs, like no resting.
Yeah.
Don't come in here.
Even the toilets are like, no resting in the toilets.
Seriously, one guy came, when I went to pee that one time, they had a little motion detector. That dude came out to check the stalls to make sure no one was resting in the toilets.
Line up. Especially when the weather's that awful.
Yeah, this isn't like Chicago in the summer in a park and like bums are living in the bathrooms. This is like, oh, there's a typhoon on the side of a mountain.
I guess we'll let this person sit on the toilet for an hour.
Taking shelter. I don't know what they do if you're actually using the toilet, like the full-on toilet for what it's used for. I'd like, they would be knocking and timing you or something.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I couldn't deal with that. Even at the top, once we finally got there, they made us agree to buy something before they'd even let us in to sit down.
Yeah, fine. Well,
yeah.
Can we get a cup of noodles? No, we're sold out.
You have to buy. Like, all right, I'll buy something. Can I
get your $4 cup of cocoa water?
Yeah. Can I unpeel the gloves off my fingers and flex them and break the ice crystals off to get the money out of my backpack to pay you first?
Jesus.
But so what? Then the sun though, it did clear.
It cleared up.
A cop, just for
a little bit.
A moment.
The sun at first looked like a tiny nectarine in the distance.
A tiny little nectar baby reen.
Then the clouds cleared. They started like layering each other. Layering.
Nope. Layering. There you go.
Hey, I did it. So they're like
It was gorgeous. You couldn't see the ground, but you could see like the
down a little
sea of clouds and the sun above them. It was gorgeous.
Just different shades of blue, and then when the sun started coming up, just like yellow and gold, and
then nothing happened, and we went down.
It was just a normal day climb.
Normal day climbing, and then we decided to go down. Pretty forgettable.
It wasn't forgettable.
Oh, really? Why?
Because you asked me to marry you.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten.
No, you had.
No, I did. I really forgot. Yeah, we did. We did get engaged on top.
We got engaged.
On top of my village. That's crazy. I was just, cool. Well, then we went down. No, it was great. It was beautiful and pretty, and we asked Charlotte to marry me on top. We asked Charlotte to marry me? I always refer to myself in we when I'm doing something awesome. Then I asked Charlotte to marry me. She said yes through her crying and snot and tears and shivering.
Yeah.
And I think I heard it through my shivering and just not being able to even bend the knee that I suddenly got down on because my knees were broken from the climb. But it did make the first part of the climb down seem a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah, we were in good spirits.
Then 4 hours in, it kind of wore off.
Yeah.
It got rough.
Fatigue started hitting. And the climb down, you're not stepping down like the climb up. The climb up is like climbing stairs kind of the whole time. The climb down is just like these zigzag dirt paths.
Just shuffling on these gravel cutbacks for ever.
Right, but we're not wearing hiking boots. We're wearing soft Nike sneakers. Yeah. So the incline is forcing our toes to push into the front of our shoes.
I think there were about 55 because they're numbered. I think there was 55 switchbacks on the way down. It just took forever, and then we get down through them. It's like that mental part of like, if you know where you have to get to, you can do it.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know. Every time I thought, how many times did I say I see it?
Yeah.
Like 5 times. Oh, I see it. Here we go. We see it. Oh, we made it.
Yeah,
and we weren't even close. It was so far.
Then the switchback stopped, and it kind of took us through this nature trail.
That'd be real pleasant if I
It was pretty,
wasn't
but we were
hallucinating
just
from exhaustion and dehydration.
we were so ready to be done. And then we hit a road, and there's some construction workers with.
It looked like we were lost.
It did.
It looked way out. Like everything else was like hiking trail, and then suddenly highway
Yeah.
and bulldozers and I actually asked a construction guy, and I was like, we were on the Yoshida. I was like, Yoshida Trail, go 5th station, and he just pointed behind him. I'm like, okay, and I'm just so exhausted. I just take that as okay. And then we start walking and realize where he pointed, there's like 3 different roads converging.
Yeah.
And we have no idea.
We went the wrong way for just a minute.
Actually, we went the right way for a minute. Thought it was the wrong way.
Went the wrong way.
Then we went the wrong way. Realized it was the wrong way.
And then went back.
And that was about the end of me.
You shut down.
I was done. I couldn't.
You shut down. You got real tired, and then you got real cold.
Yeah, I wasn't cold. I was just quiet. I think that's when like the dehydration and tiredness caught up. And I just looked at the ground and stepped in front of each foot for the next. We still took another 45 minutes.
Yeah, we just followed the road, some gravel back to Station 5, and then got to Station 5. There's a bus there. When we had left,
the bus we needed to get back to the car.
That we could have sat down and napped or something.
Immediately sat down and then.
We get there, we get in line, and when we had first purchased bus tickets to go to Mount Fuji, we purchased round tickets.
I'll tell it. We bought round trip tickets, and I was in charge of them. And somewhere on the mountain are now our return tickets for that bus. Don't know where they went. I have no idea. I'd seen them sometime during the night.
The last time we saw them, they were plastered to the back of your phone. Your phone had gotten wet in your backpack, and that's where the tickets were. And they were just like kind of glued on. And I wasn't worried. I was like, we can't lose that. They won't blow away. They're plastered.
Yeah.
We couldn't find them.
I went through everything, hands cold. And this is like on the ground. I couldn't stand up anymore, so I just was on the ground by the bus.
Everything is wet and dirty and stinky, and couldn't find them, so...
Oh, and it's still raining.
Still raining.
Jesus.
Went inside, got more tickets, then...
Charlotte bought a cool shirt.
I bought a cool shirt. Patrick sat on the stairwell. There's no plumbing in Station 5.
What is wrong? It was
all
so
septic tanks.
Stinky.
It smelled so bad.
Inside the gift shop, like the nicest area.
Oh!
Right by like their fine souvenir whiskeys and sake.
Stank.
It smells like the inside of a sewage tank. That was bad.
Oh, it was bad. I couldn't handle it, but Patrick wanted to sit on the steps and rest. I went downstairs and bought a shirt so I'd have something dry to put on when we finally got to the car.
Which was amazing. Actually, sitting in the bus refreshed me.
I slept.
Except for that Chinese family who used me as a jungle gym. Every single member of their family, except for the father. No, even him. He thought that my hiking stick was a pole to support himself in the bus. So for like 10 seconds, he held onto my walking stick, thinking it would... Remember that?
No.
Yeah, I had my stick just holding it next to me, and he just not looking or seeing anything, grabbed it and was just holding onto it like it was the restraint in the bus.
Did he realize and then was like, sorry?
He did after a minute, and then just...
Then those kids, they were just awful. So loud.
Both of the children used my arm and shoulders to stand up every time they stood up.
Oh.
Yeah. The grandmother accidentally brushed my butt a few times as she was reaching for something. Then the mother kept bumping into my bag. Anyway. Well, we're alive, and here a week later.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it!
Oy, oy, oy.
The drive back was not... What, did we do anything after that? We just came back and, fell asleep on the floor for...
What floor?
Once we came back here.
We sure did.
Yeah.
I put a mat down. Our mats are not that big. I laid down. Patrick was going to lay down on the couch and take a nap, but he crawled on the mat with me.
Something was wrong with
me.
We
were sleeping head to toe.
I would, if I didn't have a blanket on, I was freezing. And then as soon as I put a blanket on, I would
Yeah, we had a chill.
Cold sweats.
Yeah.
You said I felt hot to the touch.
You had a little fever. That was not good. We didn't drink enough water. We didn't sleep. We climbed a mountain. Got cold and wet for...
Got engaged.
Got so many emotions.
But after that nap And then a few days later, I'm fine.
We're fine. So we were feeling okay and went and ran 8 kilometers yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I felt good. Feeling good. Anything else coming up? We have some things coming up in the future. We have our
Wedding.
silver... The wedding, if you listen to this, probably early October 2017. Save the date.
Save the date.
Most likely it will be in or around Wichita, Kansas, just for convenience.
Yeah.
For family. So start packing.
And walking.
You better start walking if you're going to make it. No, more soon than that, more recent than that. We have our Silver Week break.
We're going to the beach.
That's in like 2 weeks.
And maybe the Tokyo Game Show.
Ooh, what, Charlotte?
Maybe.
You want to go to Tokyo? Okay, I guess we're going to Tokyo Game Show. Charlotte said.
Maybe.
Tokyo Game Show. Maybe. That'd be cool to go to. See all the new video games.
We gotta dress up.
You want to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess.
Play it cool. Play it real cool.
If you really want to get dressed up as video game characters and go to the Tokyo Game Show,
Let's do it.
I will. That would be amazing.
Let's do it. You gotta dress up as some kind of hero. Like they'd go
Trigon.
crazy if you dress up as like an American superhero,
Something.
Captain America or something.
Oh,
They
I
would
could be
lose
Captain
their
America.
mind.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And you could be Iron Man.
Great.
You want to be Black Widow?
Who's that?
What?
Who's Black Widow?
Scarlett Johansson's character.
It's just latex.
What do you think Captain America's thing is?
At least he's got a shield.
She has wrist darts
Great.
and high heel boots.
Oh, great. I'll be really comfortable.
We didn't want Iron Man. We can think of something. Think of some obscure Japanese video game.
I'm going as Kung Fu Panda.
I'll be Donkey Kong and you can be Princess.
Maybe. We'll think of something.
But then after that, we have our friends coming to visit in October.
Woohoo! Drew and Amy!
Looking forward to that. And possibly Leah.
And possibly Leah!
Yay, do it, Leah. I don't know if you'll listen to this, but come. Everyone, come visit us. And my brother John is thinking about visiting, but not in October, possibly February.
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 Cool.
Yeah.
If you want to come to Japan, you got a place to stay.
Hurry up and get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be on the podcast. We're a big deal.
Actually, what's weird is if you're listening to this in America, it means that in Japan, we're top 40 podcast.
Yeah.
That's just science. They wouldn't even let us put this online if it wasn't this popular in Japan. So
Yeah. Yeah.
they just listen to it for the pleasing hum. Anybody else you want to say anything to? Or burp at?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. I mean, nothing? All right. Well, for all of our super fans out there,
Yeah.
I'm waving goodbye.
Goodbye.
We'll see you in the coming weeks here on the Patrick Podcast.
Oh my God.